What's up, nerds? Back with another video. On that political rant grind, we're going to be talking about independents and the representation they do or don't see, and the politicians, fighting for them, and this upcoming election, right? Because I hear from a lot of quote-unquote independents that this election is just the same as any other, that it doesn't matter, neither side represents them, so I don't give a shit about vote. I'm not going to vote, who cares, right? And I think that those people, if they are true independents, they would realize that that is a statement or a perception that's directly, it's the antithesis of what they are pretending to be. Like, if you're truly an independent and you're willing to do your own research, come up with your own ideas, formulations, etc., whatever it is you personally mean to be an independent. I think of it in general as a critical thinker, right? Someone who doesn't, follow either side because they think critically about whatever the decisions are, and they make a decision based on multiple factors for whatever they're going to be. Like, it's not like they just say, okay, I'm going to vote this based on this. It's like, okay, there's 7 big important topics to me, and this one candidate represents, 3 out of the 7, whereas the other candidates maybe 1 out of the 7, and that's why I'm voting for this. And they come to that opinion based on years of experience or hours of research, multiple hours, or discussions, all sorts of whatever way. But they come to it after spending some time, understanding that knowledge, right? And yet these same independents who do all this time, spend all this time, still think that there is just no way to vote for either side. They're just going to sit out, or they don't see either side, so they're going to sit out. And it's like, I just don't get that, because let me lay it out how I see it. How I sees it, we've got the military-industrial complex combined with the censorship-industrial complex, combined with corporate oligarchies, right? And all this shit, and all this wrapped up in bureaucracy, and pretending it's a democracy, right? And all it really does for me, I think the end game, is just all these ultra rich classes of, like, all these essentially medieval royalty families, right? That have this tiny percentage of people that have the vast majority of money. They are just accumulating that wealth so that they can survive the shitstorm that they have created this planet. And so they're like, okay, we've got enough money, we've got enough status, we've got all of our rich friends, we've got everything we need, and we're just going to sit out whatever bullshit, and the plebeians, they can fucking deal with whatever they're going to fucking deal with. Who gives a fuck, right? Because let's be fucking real. Between the Facebook, Zuckerberg's speeches about how he wants to change his political view, how he feels bad about the way Facebook's handled things in the past, based on the Twitter files that we've known from Elon Musk. YouTube does not have any YouTube files. However, if you just look at YouTube, they just do everything above board. Just look at YouTube. Watch any top trending YouTube video and look at how much YouTubers self-censor, right? And it's incredible, because YouTube they have the YouTube rules and regulations, but they don't say any of this specific shit. All these YouTubers have just posted hundreds of videos and have to edit all of those videos hundreds of times to find the one little fucking word or the one little thing that triggers the YouTube algorithm that fucking pisses off Daddy Google AdSense, right? And so all of these things combined with I don't know, like, how many billions of dollars have we sent to Ukraine and other countries outside of us? How much have we spent domestically on all the bullshit that's gone on in our country? I mean, like, and it's almost like those countries that we're sending money, it's almost like they're at war. It's almost like they're fighting. I mean, like, this is just the left it's just so fucking obvious to me. It's incredible how nobody sees it. Or I mean, these quote unquote independents don't see it. It's like where are you getting your information from that you think you're a quote unquote independent? Like, are you a quote unquote independent and all you do is read shit on CNN and CNN Go? Is that what you think makes you an independent? Like, just because you read mainstream media, it makes you independent? It's like, no, you're caught in that fucking cycle. Like, go watch some Trump rallies, watch RNC footage, watch this different shit. Because when you watch the promotional material that, Trump is putting out, propaganda, let's be real, is one word for it. But, when you look at the stuff that Trump's putting out and you listen to his speeches, okay, yes, he memes and is a little bit of a troll to the people on their side. Duh. However, the main goal is the exact same thing, and that is unify the country, heal the wounds, bring people back together, put the power back in the hands of our people, kick these people that just want to use us for money, that these bureaucrats are pretending they are doing, the best for us. Kick all these fucking people out, and let's bring the country back to what made it great, and, you could think you could think America's racist. You could think but again, who are the people that told you that? Who are the people that taught you that? I mean, there's no fucking conservatives out here saying that there's a fucking teaching industrial complex that's turning everybody racists. It's only one side of the argument. But, apparently, the conservatives, they're the real problems. They're the ones we got to get rid of. And all this shit from the left. But independents don't see that. They don't see how all the left does is have, cancel culture plays and try to, guilt people. I mean, okay, maybe if you're a quote-unquote independent person who thinks that accountability is good, and you're like, oh, well, it's good we're holding them accountable. And it's like, okay, well, if that's the case, did you turn off the independent part of your brain that is thinking about shit that's happening now? Shit that's not happening 30, 40 fucking years ago? I had someone that brought up something, he's racist to black women. He hates black women. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he brings up this clip from the 80s or some shit. And I'm like, okay, you realize that's fucking 50 years ago, 40 fucking years ago. And they said, oh, well, what about this then? And they showed the black reporters or the black journalist convention. And I was like, okay, valid point. That is some, pretty New York energy, I'll say. And I asked them, did you watch the first 2 minutes of the event? No, I didn't see that. Well, you should watch it. Oh, well, why would I watch it? Oh, I just say, you think this clip, it's going to change anything about this clip, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, if you had watched the fucking shit yourself, you would see that these fucking women are being aggressive and rude off the fucking get-go and coming at him like a fucking hit piece off the fucking rip. So no shit he's going to return that fucking energy, because that's what they themselves say is a return to energy is what the youth says now. It's like, oh, well, you get that, I just giving you back the energy that you gave me, bro. They're okay with being rude and toxic to people if people are rude and toxic to them. But all of a sudden, when it comes to Trump and it comes to this shit, oh, he's a racist. Oh, he hates black women. Oh, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. These fucking quote-unquote independents and these fucking people that pretend like there aren't sides to this shit right now. I mean, the sides are fucking blatant. It's whether or not you want to fucking open your eyes and admit it to yourself and admit that, okay, maybe Trump is a fucking bad guy and I don't like it, right? or has done bad things in the past, but maybe he's also trying to save this fucking country. Maybe the people in his administration actually fucking care about their neighbors and fucking care about other people, and maybe there's a difference between fucking sleepy Joe Biden, who's fucking, we have seen based on the debates. I mean, people pretend like Kamala was voted in. They fucking pretend like she wasn't brought the fuck in because everybody saw that Joe Biden's asleep at the fucking wheel. But they want asleep at the fucking wheel instead of someone whose goal is to heal America, bring things back together and all this. But it's the same. It's the same as always. It's the fucking same as always. Oh, the president always gets assassinated. Every year, everyone tries to kill a president. Hey, come on, this happens all the time. This is regular. Why are you fucking being so weird? Like, Jesus, bro, I just can't. So, I had to make this video because, like, it just blows my mind, these people that say, like, oh, it doesn't matter. They're two the same things. It's just more of the same. It doesn't matter who I vote for. No, you're voting for an administration that doesn't try to censor its political opponents, that doesn't try to kill its political opponents, that doesn't jail and use lawfare against its own fucking citizens. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. All right, I'm done. I can't rant about this anymore. Smoke grass, eat ass, be excellent to each other as always. I will see you in the next video. Deuces.